Been quite the journey. Um, been quite the journey. I am now 39 years old, and I don't know how much longer, to be honest, I will be doing YouTube. Being a content creator. I might do it past when the age I am. I having the plans to retire from everything. I might, but I might do it past that, but I don't know. There's no guarantee. There's no guarantee what I will do in the next 5 years. Honestly, don't know. You know, I certainly don't want to be doing YouTube until I'm, you know, 50, 60 years old. Like, if it is something that I'm still enjoying when I'm 45, God willing, I get to that age. If that's still a thing, then I might continue. But I could still come on here on my 45th birthday and say, this is it, guys. This is all you get. Okay? So, that is the timeline. I also wanted to dive into a subject um, tonight. It seems like it's only Styfrex and Santa Meshi's here. But regardless, I'm still gonna say what I got to say. Um, the VODs are never up, so they can't see it later. Maybe whatever the situation is. I might be making a video about this. But I did want to say one thing to you guys tonight. You know, you guys should know by now that I appreciate you guys coming by every Saturday and all that good stuff. But I really find myself the other day like looking at my content outside of Twitch. Outside of Twitch. One of the things that I don't do consistently to grow Twitch is have the content on other platforms, and it really and truly is because I just don't have the time beyond content that I create for YouTube, content that I come here and sit down for 4 or 5 hours on Saturdays. Outside of that, I don't really have the time to go through the VODs on Twitch and post stuff on like post clip on TikTok because I really don't know what to post. That's another thing as well. I don't know what to post. I don't know what's clip worthy. That's why sometimes I will ask you guys like, what are good stuff, and I've posted some of that stuff on TikTok as well. But that's from like old reactions and stuff like that. Um, of course, sometimes we here we're just chilling. We could have some hot takes of stuff, but um, never really thought of that stuff as to put it anywhere else because I don't really know what it is. Um, so therefore, um, this is not the main thing that I want to talk about. I'm gonna get back to that, but what I want you guys, they changed your time change. Okay, um, the yeah. So what I wanted to say is that going forward, guys, if anything happens during the stream, especially you Styfrex, because you more know about this more than anybody else, and you're practically an admin for Twitch and all the channels. What I want you to do is like if during the stream you see something happens that's clip worthy. I'm pretty sure you can clip things on Twitch. You should know how to do that. Um, because I can't remember, and I do want the Twitch to grow somehow. you know, I do want it to grow somehow. So yeah, just wanted to say that, and also, said I'm gonna make a video about this, as well. Really, is that I wanted to address the fact of um, my type of entertainment, right? My type of entertainment. Obviously, there is a space for us, right? Obviously, there is a space for us. I don't believe, I'm not one of those reactors that is jumping out of their seat for everything, super excited. I was watching a video, um, I want to say last week, something like that, of a guy that's telling, was like, um, saying, he was essentially instructing people on how to blow up on Twitch, what you've got to do. And outside of the fact that, not really posting on any other platform and stuff like that, because it's hard to be discovered on Twitch. Totally understand that part of it. The part of it that had me questioning myself was the fact that this guy was saying, because this is like my first stream, and he games, right? He doesn't react. He's a he's a gamer, right? And he's like, his first stream he got 150, 150 viewers, whatnot, all these different things. Pretty much started his channel, started to stream on Twitch in like July or some shit like that. And he's already had so many subs, all of these different things, and he's going through his what he does daily to grow, and he's being very transparent about what he's doing. Before he could monetize his streams and stuff like that, he started out as a he started out, not his first, like his first monetized stream he had like 100 and some viewers. Let me be clear about that. When he just started, of course, at 0 viewers for, he said, for a couple of weeks he was just streaming to 0 viewers. So anytime somebody came into his stream, he would treat him like a celebrity and all these different things. Cause them to say, totally understand. I understand all of that. I am not that type of person, right? I bring people into the fold. You know what I'm saying? Like, I bring people into the fold. If I see new people on the stream, I welcome them to the stream. Everybody says hello, all that good stuff. I don't know what else I could possibly do, right? So it caused me to question myself, because I'm just like, am I just not cut out to do what I do? But I think we got a good thing going. It's not to say that I don't believe that. I do believe that we have a good thing going. I believe that we have a very chill streaming style, right? I guess we could, I don't know. I don't know if we're just not watching stuff that is popular. I have no clue. Okay, I have no clue. I don't think there is a clear formula to do it, because at the end of the day of me watching that video, all I heard was, if you are not um of a certain type of energy, you get what I'm saying? If you're not a type of energy, like just screaming for no reason, right? Screaming for no reason. You're just acting excited, and I get it. People love to be around that type of energy. Now, the reason why I'm stressed is because of my age as well. Like, I can't expect myself, or put in the expectation of myself, me being 39 and over here acting like I'm a teenager. Like, it's unbecoming of myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just gonna, it's not like I don't get excited about anything, you know? Right? Is I'm just, it's not like I just um not get excited about anything. Like, I'm a very chill person in real life. This what you guys are getting. That's me. I'm not acting out of character or anything like that. I thought when I started the channel, whatever YouTuber over here, I started it because, I felt like my personality or whatever, right, is very, when it comes on to, I would say my personality is a very magnetic personality because I'm real with people, right? I'm real with people. So people are usually gravitate towards that, but unfortunately that's not the case when it comes on to doing content. Like, you can't be, people don't gravitate as much as you think to authenticity anymore. Like, look at how the internet is, right? It's like, if you're being your authentic self, people are still looking to be entertained. People are still looking to be entertained. So it just kind of rubs me a little bit the wrong way when people make a video and you're talking about how to be successful or how to blow up, and it's just geared towards this kind of, like, in my eyes, very childish behavior. Because it's like, why the hell would I act like that all the time? If you come into my streams, right, and you are a first time you're experiencing it, and you expect me to jump out of my seat, to make you feel welcome, I don't think you need to be in my stream. That's the overall thought process of mine, right? That's just what I'm thinking. I'm like, if you come to my streams and you expect me to act out of character just so you can feel good, I don't think you need to be in my specific stream, right? There's plenty of successful streamers out there that I resonate with that don't do that stuff, right? But I guess that's what it is these days. It's just that if you want people to rock with you, you just gotta act out of character and act stupid and do the stupid things, you know? So, regardless of the fact that I've been doing this since 2018, content creation, right? Regardless of that fact, right? It seems like I really questioned it. Maybe it was because of my birthday, whatever the situation is, or my birthday coming up, whatever. I'm looking at it from the standpoint of, I really sat down and because I do self reflection a lot on different things that I do in life. I do self reflection. Did I handle that correctly? Did I, you know what I'm saying? To hold myself accountable for different things, right? I told you guys about, I'm also doing a podcast 2 days out of the week on Rumble, where I talk about different issues. Me and somebody else from Discord. You guys might have seen her in the Discord, right? Um, and we talk about different issues in society. We talk about the election, all these different things. I'm doing that too, but I'm also wondering, as I said, with the self reflection, it's just like, am I entertaining enough? Right? Am I boring? Do I sit down and just not provide a perspective? Is this just a chill spot for other people to come through and chill with you, and people are more likely to look for entertainment rather than just a place to chill? All these different questions I'm asking myself, like, for real, for real. Like I said, I haven't made a video yet, but this is a video that's going to come out. It's in about, I might just take some clips from the stream and post it. But self reflection is always good. I don't see myself at 39 changing just because I want more people. I don't know. I just don't see it. I can't. I'm not built to act out of character because I can't really like for streams about anime and stuff like that, like yes, we might get into some passionate discussions and stuff like that. People might enjoy stuff like that, right? Um, you know, I mean, we get into some very serious conversations on the podcast, and I get very animated because I'm very passionate. I find myself as I get older, I'm starting to care a lot more now about politics, about how society is going, especially when it comes on to women or the country of the United States, all this gender politics, all these different things that are destroying, you know what I'm saying, just eroding society, right? So I'm finding myself talking a lot about that stuff, especially because I started a podcast. But other than that, right? Other than that, I'm still questioning, you know, if for the last 6 years that I've been doing this, what happened? I mean, other than, I mean, I don't want to sit around and blame. I don't want to blame the fact that the old channel that was going so well that got shadow banned. I don't want to sit around and blame that. That is a factor for sure, right? I pivoted because I needed to pivot, and that really didn't make that much difference. I mean, I guess I could say from on the older channel, um I was getting good views based on the shows that I was watching and all these different things. But still, I would say that back then I was still averaging the same amount of views, and the same thing would happen. Do we start a show? It starts out really good, getting over 1,000 views, 2,000 views, and then there's a huge fall off after that. So I've always wondered what is the problem when it comes on to the reaction stuff. Everybody else, they could start a show and they get crazy views and they're able to maintain, right? Or people will stick around to see them get to a certain part or whatever the situation is. I've always wondered if I'm just not entertaining enough to retain people or whatever the situation is. I don't, you know, I don't know. Give you a very recent example. Been, on the channel watching The Expanse, right? The Expanse exploded on the channel for the first couple of episodes. Of course, I had people sign up for the Patreon, all these good stuff, right? All that happened, right? And then I'm talking about like over 1,000 views per episode in the first, for the first season, probably around, I would say it would average at least about 500 to 1,000 views for the first season, and then there's a huge fall off after that. Huge fall off. Um, you know, Still trying, like every episode is kind of suffering, barely getting 200 views right now, and we're in almost the final season on the channel. And I know that people might say, "Oh, don't pay attention to your analytics," but I pay attention to the analytics because I'm trying to maintain and grow. You don't want to trust me. You do not want to do this for 6 years and not see any result, right? First of all, from a person that's coming from being a certain way during my marriage, during my 20s, all of these early 20s, whatever the situation is, and then experiencing success in my own personal life and all these different things. And then you start something because I might, when it comes on to money, money is a part of it. So I'm not going to say 100% I don't care about the money that I make. Content creation takes up a lot of my time, right? Time that I could do in something else that could make me money, that I'm sure of. But that's not what I'm doing because, hey, content creation, there's money in it, but it's not my number one priority. My number one priority is for people to understand who I am, gravitate towards me. I could teach you guys something. Maybe you could teach me something. That's the purpose of why I started the channel back in 2018. Was just like, I enjoy anime. I see everybody else posting anime, TV shows, whatever. I said, the goal of the channel, I started off, the goal of the channel was, hey, I could take a different approach when it comes on to reactions. I could give people a different perspective because I want people to come around the channel and be somewhat have some sort of takeaway from watching the TV show or the anime. Sure, there are people who just want an escape with entertainment, but I said, okay, when I do anime, when I do TV shows or whatever, I could help people to understand that a lot of these themes, it's not just for you to just watch it as entertainment and have an emotional response to it. Sometimes there's a lesson to be learned, and I'm going to be the one that's pointing those things out. Maybe it wasn't going to be, thousands of people that enjoy that content or whatever, but that was my goal. Yes, I'm going to react to what I'm seeing, especially if you know what I'm saying, it shows that I've never seen and I've heard so much about and all these different things. um I'm just going to give my perspective of those lessons because I've learned so many lessons that I have learned from these kind of medias, from watching TV shows, from watching anime and stuff like that. And I think a lot of times, um, we'll watch an anime for we will just watch an anime just because what I'm saying, it's good entertainment, it's nice, good to talk about, but what about the lessons that we learn from anime, right? What about the lessons? I've said it time and time again, Naruto will be the most influential anime to me. It's number one for me. I don't even put it on my top 10 list because there's nothing that you're going to be able to tell me that makes me want to take it from the number one spot if I have it. So I just take it completely off my top 10. If I'm going to tell you my top 10 for anime, I won't even mention Naruto because Naruto has been the most influential anime in my life. I learned so much from watching that anime, from the characters, from everything that happens in that anime that kind of resonates with me a lot. To me, it is the greatest anime of all time. You can't tell me differently. And I know that for most of you guys that love anime, you have that anime for yourself as well, no matter which one it may be, right? Um, I hold Ippo in very high regards. It's still, in my opinion, what I'm saying, the number one anime for me on the top ten list. And I know people has asked me why do I have it as number one, because the story of Ippo is very influential if you're actually paying attention, you know, whether it's with the sport or without the sport. There's a lot of lessons in there, and I've talked about it at length when I was watching it and reacting to it, right? Um, I'm sure all of us have that, right? So when I started the channel, that was the goal, right? If I'm going to talk about it, I was even talking about this very thing on a reaction I recorded today, um, where I was talking about those things. I think that as we get older, my target audience was never going to be teenagers, or you know what I'm saying. I think my content is for grown adults. That if you are going through anything in life, yes, media can be influential to you, but at the same time, you definitely have to, in my opinion, pay attention to what you're consuming, because this is time out of your life. At the end of the day, this is time out of your life. It is time out of my life because I'm reacting to it. It is time out of your life because you sit down for 10 to 20 minutes watching me watching something, right? So at the very least, you should be learning something, right? That was the goal. At the very least, you should be learning something. It might not be anything super profound or life changing, but at least learn a lesson, something that you can have wisdom about, that you can teach the next generation, if you will. So I took that on as a responsibility because I was an older person. I mean, 6 years ago, but you know what I'm saying, I'm 32, 33 years old. I didn't start this shit when I was you know what I'm saying, like in my early 20s or a teenager. I've been doing this shit for 20 years. Like, it's only been 6 years. So I find myself as I get older to gain more wisdom so I can teach that person over there, teach this person over here, whatever the situation is. Now, if you're the type of person who's just looking for strictly entertainment, well, maybe my channel is not just for you, and that's just how I've looked at it. It's just that I think that's part of it, is why people will come to the channel. They realize what type of channel it is, realize what I talk about, and they just dip because that's just not what it is, right? Because I'm not constantly trying to make you laugh, you know what I'm saying? Or I'm not constantly trying to make you feel something. I don't know what it is, right? I've watched a lot of reactors on YouTube that they come off very fake, right? They come off very, very fake. I don't want to be that person. I really don't want to be those people, because at the end of the day, they still got to go back to their normal lives where they act normal, right? And they be normal. They're putting that on for the audience to come back because they are trying so hard to entertain that person, right? Um YouTube is not a job for me, right? It's not a job. This is a cherry on top, for me. It's a cherry on top, for me, and that's always what it has been. It's, you know, anytime I've tried to do that secondary stuff, I feel very icky about it. That's what the kids are saying these days, right? They have the ick, right? They have the ick. They get the ick. So anytime I try to do content creation for that stuff, I just feel very bad. It's kind of the situation with Patreon. Like, people literally force me to start a Patreon. And I tell them I don't want to start a Patreon because I don't want anybody to have to be paying to watch reactions. I think is just kind of weird, and I still feel that way up to this day. I'm not saying this because I want people to feel sorry for me or anything like that. This is how I feel. Like, I don't know. I don't know what it is, right? I didn't want to start a Patreon, right? But people is like, listen, you're watching the episodes early, just make those available. Cause I'll watch the whole damn show in the background, but I can't edit and put the episodes up as quickly as I'm watching them because I'm sitting down for hours and ends. Just today I recorded for like 6 hours, right? So I'm watching a lot of episodes of a lot of shows or whatever, and I would just have the episodes sitting there until I can edit them and put them on. So when people found out about this, they're like, dude, start a Patreon. We don't mind paying for it, right? So there's like 30 to 50 people every month paying for it or something like that. I don't even really know. So when I get accused of, like, some dude made a video on my Patreon or my channel or my reaction channel the other day, trying to make fun of me or whatever the situation is, and saying, "Oh my God, 200 people is paying him $5 a month." I'm like, bro, if that was actually what I was making on Patreon, I would put more content there, right? I would put more content there. As a matter of fact, I would record more content, right? I would feel forced to put out more content, right? I would feel forced to do more content. I would take more time out of other things that I do. If you're making we're talking about 200 times five, $1,000 a month. Some people are paying $7 a month as well. So it might be probably more than that, right? If I was making that type of money from doing content creation, trust me, dude, I would put out more content. I would feel forced to put out more content for the people and provide more value for their money that they're paying for it. Just being honest. That's what I would do. That's not the case. On Patreon, there's plenty of people since Patreon has started to provide um, um, free. You can provide free stuff on Patreon now. I think that's only been on for probably like um, for the better part of this year. It's a very new concept on Patreon. So there's a lot of people, about I want to say probably like 150 people or something like that. That is on my Patreon for completely free, where they get a lot of content. All of these VODs on Twitch, all of the anime that we watch, all of the, well, the One Piece reactions are not there because I don't post the entire VOD because I don't record the reading of the, well, it's recorded. I just don't post it on Patreon. So I don't know if that's something that I should start. I don't know. Some of those VODs are probably lost. I'm not gonna lie. Some of those VODs are probably lost, right? Because I have not been recording them, and they leave Twitch after a while. They get deleted off of Twitch after a while. So I'm pretty sure that I've lost a lot of the readings, right? I probably have up to um, no, actually, no. None of them has been lost. I think I have been downloading the chapter readings as I'm now thinking about it. I think I have been downloading them off of Twitch before. Um, but whatever. Regardless, lots of free content on Patreon. All my anime reactions are posted over there for free. You don't have to pay to watch the anime reactions that we do on Twitch. They're posted over there, right? Whenever I get a chance. Or I be forgetting, but regardless. So